Understanding intersectionality in modern society. Intersectionality refers to how race, gender, and class interact to shape an individual's experiences. Coined by scholar Kimberly Crenshaw, this concept highlights that social inequalities do not exist in isolation. Instead, they overlap, creating unique challenges for marginalized communities. Recognizing intersectionality is crucial in addressing systemic oppression effectively. How race shapes social and economic opportunities. Race remains a major factor in determining social mobility, job opportunities, and access to quality education. Structural racism can limit economic progress for certain groups, reinforcing cycles of poverty and discrimination. Understanding these systemic barriers helps create policies that promote racial equity. The role of gender in shaping experiences. Gender identity influences how individuals navigate society, with women and non-binary individuals often facing wage gaps, workplace discrimination, and gender-based violence. These challenges become more complex when intersecting with race and class, amplifying disadvantages for women of color and those from lower-income backgrounds. Class and economic privilege in social hierarchies. Class affects access to healthcare, education, and job security. Wealthier individuals often have better resources, while those in lower economic brackets struggle with financial instability. When combined with race and gender discrimination, economic hardship becomes even more pronounced for marginalized groups. Disparities in healthcare and well-being. People from lower-income communities, particularly women and racial minorities, often receive lower-quality healthcare. Bias in medical research and treatment leads to worse health outcomes, reinforcing existing inequalities. Addressing these disparities requires systemic changes in healthcare accessibility and treatment equity. Educational barriers and systemic inequality. Education is a key factor in upward mobility, yet systemic barriers prevent equal access. Schools in lower-income and predominantly minority communities often receive less funding, leading to disparities in academic achievement. Gender biases in education further limit opportunities for women and marginalized groups. Media representation and cultural narratives. The media plays a crucial role in shaping public perceptions of race, gender, and class. Underrepresentation or misrepresentation of marginalized groups reinforces stereotypes and societal biases. Promoting diverse voices and inclusive storytelling helps combat these negative portrayals. The role of activism in addressing inequality. Social movements like Black Lives Matter, Me Too, and labor rights campaigns highlight the importance of addressing overlapping inequalities. Activists push for policies that recognize intersectionality, ensuring reforms consider the experiences of those at multiple social disadvantages. How policymaking can address intersecting inequalities. Laws addressing discrimination must consider the complex ways race, gender, and class intersect. Policies focused on equal pay, healthcare accessibility, and criminal justice reform can help dismantle systemic barriers and create a more equitable society. Building a more inclusive future. Addressing intersectionality requires collective action from individuals, institutions, and policymakers. By acknowledging overlapping inequalities and advocating for inclusive policies, society can move toward greater equity and justice for all.